argue that overpopulation is the largest environmental concern to date. Population growth is controlled in large part by religious beliefs, namely views towards contraception, abortion, and premarital sex. Yes, these are hot topics that tend to stir up great controversy, yet it is essential that as informed citizens we understand why our population is growing at its current rate.
The first commandment in the Torah, and this is understood as being a commandment not just to the Jewish people, but to the entire human race, is be fruitful and multiply.
Of course, any person being born is going to have an effect on the environment based on how much they eat, what they eat, what kind of car they drive. I am Rory Van Wickle, and I am a Protestant Christian. I'm 18 years of age. Contraception, it's the Christian view is that no one's against it. It's kind of up to your personal opinion, your economic status. If you have the money to have a child and you want the will to have a child, then that's totally fine.
And I'm Rabbi Steve Cohen. I'm the rabbi of the large synagogue here in town, Congregation B'nai B'rith. In traditional Judaism, husband and wife separate from each other sexually from the moment that the woman's period begins until 5 to 7 days after her period ends. And then she goes to the mikveh for a ritual bath, purification, and then they have sex for the first time after 2 weeks of abstinence at the time where she would be most fertile. The general approach in Orthodox Judaism, the general approach in liberal Judaism would be lots of reasons that that a person might not want to just have as many babies as possible. Everything ranging from a woman having other things in life that she wants to do besides just being a mother. Everything from that to concerns about overpopulation and not wanting to contribute to the problem of overpopulation in the world.
I'm Michelle Fink, and I am a Roman Catholic, and I'm more culturally Roman Catholic, which means that I do not share all of the beliefs of given by the diocese. So we do not condone the use of contraceptive devices at all, but they do condone natural family planning, which is using the timing of your cycle and other variables to prevent the conception of a child.
My name is Devi Prana. I'm one of the nuns at the Vedanta Temple. We feel that it's more of a personal thing. We don't have a set thing on population growth or abortion or that kind of thing.
My name is Devin Sherwood. My religion is atheism, but I do have Jewish and Christian heritage. That was a sticky issue because it's kind of messed up, but some cases, like in rape, it's understandable.
The baby, as long as it is still inside its mother's body, is not considered a full human being. And that's why the mother's life takes precedence. The bottom line, I think that almost all rabbis agree on, would be that abortion is not a good thing, but it's not murder.
On the issue of abortion, it's a total no. It's a negative because the Bible, not the Bible teaches, but the belief is that since God created everyone in his own image, that at conception, the fetus is a person. So that would be committing murder.
The Catholic view on anything that has to do with reproduction is that it belongs within the bonds of marriage, because when you become married, that's when you bring God into your union.
I think they're pretty strict about not having, sex before marriage. But I know young people, like the traditional Indian family, they usually arrange for the child, the marriage. They usually arrange the marriages.
Traditional Judaism sees marriage as being the right context for sexuality. I mean, just like, you know, any traditional religion, they want sexuality to be within the context of marriage. More liberal forms of Judaism are more tolerant of premarital sex. Just recognizing that it's a reality in our society, and realizing that if the only thing, you know, that Judaism can say about premarital sex is don't do it, that nobody, you know, lots of people are just going to say, well, I'm not interested in what you have to say, and we're going to do it anyway. And I'm prepared to say that sex without love is wrong, and that sex with love, you know, even if it's not within the context of marriage, is okay.
An increased population means increased meat consumption, increased freshwater demand, increased poverty, and an uneven distribution of food and increased burning of fossil fuels. Almost every environmental concern that we face today is tied to overpopulation. Awareness is an important first step in solving our population crisis.
Each person carries their own religion around, you know, their own interpretation. Even though they're Hindu, even though they're Buddhist, you know, they have their own interpretations.